Hello?
Hello? Hello?
What's up?
What's up, man?
We're all good. Well, welcome to the Toonxotic podcast, episode 1 right here. We're starting to get with an awesome interview with our special guest, Midnight Howl.
Woo!
Midnight Howl, or Tune to the Crypt.
Yeah.
Keepers of the Grave, that's
Yep,
right.
Keep to the
Keepers
Grave.
of the Grave.
Yep. These dudes right here, actually, their whole entire thing is based on exploring the paranormal and also talking about alien life.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Perfect
a lot
for
of cool
Halloween.
stuff. Oh, yeah, of course. Perfect for Halloween. For his sake, we're super, super rude. Can you get your name? Can you get your name, sir?
Oh, yeah. Introduce
Yeah,
yourself.
my name is Agent Gabe, also known as Naughty D.
Oh, Naughty D.
Oh.
If he's Naughty
Yeah.
D, I'm Tenacious D.
Yeah, Jackpot.
I am Jackpot this guy. We'll start the questions, my guy.
Start things off. Simple and clean.
Yep, simple, clean. You basically, very first question. Of course, simple. Always asked by every interviewer. What was the choice on the mask for you?
Actually, this wasn't like the this wasn't like the first choice. We actually had some other ones custom made, and like with Agent Daniel, we wanted to do like a gray alien type thing, or like a reptilian. I don't know, I'm big on reptilians, but this mask wasn't gonna be this one, and so when we went to go get the mask, they were backed up. They had like, they're pretty much backed up. So what happened was we decided to see what was on the floor, and we chose out this one, and then we chose out Agent Daniel chose out the one that he has, which was like originally was a vampire. I guess it was sold as vampire, it said vampire mask, but we pretty much changed it up to where he's not a vampire, he's like an alien. They just, the species looks like that.
A vampire looking alien?
I'm sorry?
A vampire looking alien?
Yeah. You know, I mean, like when we started, like we weren't even gonna use like our real names. I was gonna be something else, not even like Naughty D, and then it just kind of grew from there. You know, like if you watch, like if you hear the podcast, there's like other characters there, like John Doe, and we brought him back, and then Agent Star-Lord, we brought him back again. But yeah, it wasn't supposed to be like how it is now. It's just it's just been, you know, it's slowly like it's slowly changing, and it's continued to change. You know, we're working on the lore now of like what is the KGA and where does that come from? You know, badges, like different things, just to give it more of that like that realism. You know.
Yeah, like to make it more fleshed out, huh?
Yeah, for sure. You know, yeah, for sure. But it's fun, you know. It's fun to create these things, you know. And it gives it like it becomes real after a while, you know. Like when I put the mask on, sometimes I forget who I am, and it's just I'm Naughty D, and I start acting differently. It's funny, you know.
Yeah. You get way into the character.
Wait, yeah, for sure.
That's the cool thing, though. That's the cool thing about
Wearing the mask.
wearing a mask or creating a persona.
Yeah, an alternative like identity. You just roll with it, and sooner or later you forget about who you your original self. You just want to be this character.
Yeah, but not in like a bad way.
In a great way. In a
Yeah,
good way.
just like expressing yourself more.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're very cool. I dig it.
Yeah, I love that. It's actually pretty cool. I love the mask. Legit, it's so detailed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Legit, from the horns to the hat.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
sick.
damn cool.
Well, I need a new one. This one's already like busted because, I mean, when we go film and stuff, sometimes we throw it in the car and it gets smushed and stuff. But technically, it's not a mask. This is like my real face. Right?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, yeah, it's basically.
You know, hey, that's just what happens when you work on the job
Yeah.
24/7.
Yep.
You know.
It just kind of it becomes you.
It
You know what I'm
just
saying?
becomes
Yep. You become that. Yeah, so you want to hit with the second one?
Yeah. Well, did you get
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah, of course. Well, the other one was already sent to us by Monty by telekinesis already. That what made you think about starting your own podcast? Or choosing the podcast?
Oh man. Like choosing the paranormal.
Yeah, like choosing the paranormal type of podcast.
the type of theme.
Yeah, because I've been seeing that on podcasts like on Anchor and on Spotify. You see these podcasts, people telling urban legends and creepypastas and stuff like that. But yours is a little bit more different. You actually go more into the history of stuff you see, like different types of mythical and alien type of stuff.
So I was looking for something, but it wasn't a podcast or videos. But I wanted to do something creatively. I actually wanted to do like more like comic books or something like that. And
comic books.
I was Agent Danny, and I have worked on other things before, and him and I were outside of like you know, like the videos and stuff. We've known each other since like high school, and I joined a lodge with him. We're part of like this organization called the Oddfellows, and what we wanted to do was do something with that organization in videos. So during that time, I was actually doing more like motivational speeches, and I had a few videos on YouTube. I'm not gonna tell you which ones, man, because
No worries.
Of course.
I'm not embarrassed, but it's just weird to look back and see like
It's one of those things
where
where
I
you
am
like
now and
you make it.
what wanted to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you make it and you don't really want to look back at it. Or it's just something
Yeah,
you
but
made.
it's not a, I wouldn't say it's a complete opposite. It's just, but it's like a 180 from, you know, public speaking to like, you know, paranormal investigating.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
Yeah.
something to throw
So-
out there. Yeah.
And we're also doing short films. We're doing some short films, and we were putting those on YouTube also, but that only lasted for about like maybe a year, and he left, and I stopped doing videos, and then I ended up moving to San Diego for about a year or something like that, and then I went to Chicago or something like that. I left, but I came back, and when I came back, I was looking for something, and he had hit me up, and I met this other guy, Alex, which is a bald guy in the RK Craniacs videos, and we just kind of started working together. And he works in a school, and his thing is like he wants to help like underprivileged kids find a creative outlet. And he was like, yeah, and you know, my son's like a famous YouTuber. It's like one of those things where it's like you hear it, but you like really don't believe it until like you see it, you know. And then we started just kind of like going with it, where Agent Danny was like, I have an idea, and I was like, well, you know, I kind of have something similar, where I wanted to talk about like reptilians and like aliens, and you know, the inner Earth, or is Earth flat, or if it's hollow, or are we living in multiple dimensions, like, you know, different things, you know.
Yeah.
Like just throw it all in there, just, you know, cram it in there. It's all real, like, all possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we just kind of ran with it, and then we first did the podcast, and then the guy, bald guy, he kind of like liked what we were doing, and whenever it's like one of those things, whenever you do something and people see like something in you and they invest in you, just run with that, you know, and just see where it goes. And you know, now it's going somewhere where I never thought I would be, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's just, so to answer your question, the paranormal is just something that doesn't die. It's art. It's not something that you have to wait until like Christmas to do something for Christmas or Halloween. Like the paranormal is there's always something happening. There's always a possession. There's always a ghost encounter. There's always a haunting. There's always a sighting. You know what I'm saying? There's always
Yeah.
something happening. It's not only particular to just one day or one season of the year. You know, every day something's happening. So it's something that and it's universal. You know, every culture has something paranormal. Every culture relates to, you know, some sort of like alien or out of this world deity. You know, and a lot of these depictions are very similar. So it's just kind of it's a universal thing that people relate to, and for some reason we all are attracted to that. You know, we want to find answers to that unknown. So it kind of just made sense, and we kind of like that stuff too. I've always been into like aliens, so I have like, my own experiences when it comes down to paranormal, and I believe them to be true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no worries.
but yeah, that's pretty much how we went about it, and we're continue to grow the lore, and hopefully, will we bring out, you guys continue to watch and like.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true about the whole, paranormal thing not being just for Halloween. That's very true. It's an all-around thing that can happen anytime and any month. That's very true.
Yeah, you're telling me that. Yeah, damn.
Any more questions?
Yeah, of course. And here's the one I wanted to ask.
All right.
For say, because you mentioned before that you had paranormal events happen to you. What would you say your most spookiest of all time that's ever happened to you? What would you say?
There's many, honestly. So can I even say this one? I guess I'll share this one. People really don't believe me when I share this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it can like easily be dismissed. I don't know, but like when I share this, like I'm genuinely like I genuinely believe that this happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Raw ears.
Some people believe me. What's up?
Oh, I said raw ears.
Yeah.
Oh, and some people don't, but I believe I saw an alien, like an actual alien, and how that story goes. I was in my room, and in my room I have two doors that you can exit my room. One to obviously left and right, and I usually sleep to the left of my room. So and I face towards the door. So I have my left side is the walls right here, and then I have a wall behind me, so I can see both doors. It's just how I feel comfortable.
Right.
So one night, it's just one of those nights I couldn't sleep. It felt weird, but I was I was up. The room was dark, but my curtains, I have like ghetto curtains where they're not all like.
Yeah.
Not all.
Oh, no worries.
Not all.
Yeah, they're not all there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's light shining in from the apartment, next to our house. So it's pretty bright in there, and you can see and stuff like that. And I get this feeling that there's something in my house, but I don't really get up. It's just kind of like I'm just sitting there, like sitting up in my bed and just like chilling, like what is that, And I start hearing footsteps. And it's like going around the house, and in my head, I'm like trying to talk to it or whatever, like trying to communicate, like, hey, like come see me, like,
Yeah.
don't mess with anybody else, like, acting like tough,
Yeah. The classic hero type.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it gets to the door where I'm sleeping at, and I see the doorknob like move. And then I see the door open.
Yeah.
And I see like this little brown hand holding the doorknob, and it opens more, and it peeps in, and like I see like a face, and it's a gray alien, but it's brown. Like your typical like gray with the big eyes.
Yeah. The stereotypical gray alien.
Yeah. So your typical gray, but it wasn't gray. It was like a brown, and it had like spots on it. It was weird, like snake skin,
Reptilian.
And I passed out, but it wasn't like a fear or anything. And when I woke up, it was already the morning, but it only felt like I got knocked out for seconds, So like I passed out, and I woke up right away. At least that's what it seemed, but it was morning.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I do believe. Yeah, I believe aliens.
Look at me.
Out there.
Like,
that's crazy story.
Like, hands down, I will never be a disbeliever because I have had my encounter. I've seen it while walking. I've seen it like out on the damn open at night. You see these things, and you want to believe it's fake, but it's real.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like that. Like I believe that one.
Also, the universe is big, man. Of course, there's got to be other life forms out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah.
How were you guys located?
Yeah, it's always been. You don't know. It's always unknown.
It is.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did you wake up with any marks on you or anything?
Yeah.
No, nothing. No.
Oh,
nothing.
Damn.
Okay. That's nuts, man.
Hey, some scary shit.
That's scary shit right there.
Yeah, because usually you have the stories of people saying like, they were pro, but then they felt like they had sharp pain in the abdomen. And like a bunch of like females were saying it, but a bunch of dudes saying like they were taken, that they just woke up in the middle of a different field or a different area of their state.
Yeah.
But damn, this one's scary. That's damn. It's not really scary.
So maybe it had been taken.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, not this one.
Yeah, nah, we'll leave him be.
They just looked and they're like,
we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for him then?
No, I asked my question.
Oh, of course. Oh, I'm super sorry.
The alien thing.
Well, I know.
Let's keep it rolling.
I know. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. So I know you guys were mostly talking about the paranormal and the reptilian and UFOs. Do you guys ever talk about conspiracies per se?
No, we never really touched the conspiracy side of things.
Yeah.
I don't think we would, because that's kind of like I guess a little political.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to stay away from
political sideways.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Yeah, just I don't want that's just something like yeah. I mean, the only thing with that would be like maybe like the flat Earth theory or the hollow Earth theory. Maybe talk about like the whole like the Nazi UFO thing. But even then, that's kind of like you're talking about Nazis and some people get offended. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe talk about that. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it more than likely maybe we would, because it does like relate to aliens, but because then I'm thinking like, well, then Russia has like the alien thing too, and we had like the United States also has that, so maybe but like not like 9/11 stuff. Or,
more like the monster myths and type stuff.
Yeah, nothing too touchy.
Nothing. Yeah. Political, it's just different.
Like the whole CERN thing. We might even talk about that, because that people think like that's a dimensional doorway and stuff, and like or it controls the weather. So maybe maybe we might talk about conspiracy theories. Some of it. Let's just put it.
Some of them, yeah. It's in the possibility.
Yeah.
Because then I'm thinking, I'm like, nah, but then now that I'm thinking about it, there's actually a bunch of cool stuff in there, like to talk about.
Yeah.
So, might investigate that.
Might look into it.
It might be a little good thing to tap into later.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'll be looking forward to it.
I'll be looking forward to that too. Damn. I know. Speaking of paranormal, I remember last year, not really paranormal, maybe more alien wise. Was there a video that was leaked during a French conference that I guess there was a giant triangle alien spaceship that was right over France, and I guess the EU had like a quiet council meeting about this unidentified spacecraft that was right over France in that whole entire area, and it was spotted from different sides, but they would have put it as not really an alien, but even though like over hundreds of thousands witnessed and have pictures of it as proof. I'm like, I'm like, how do you keep that one silent? Millions of people have seen it, but then you have someone leaked like actually the conference. The conference actually they stuck at the camera, boldly stuck at the camera, and caught the whole entire thing. Yeah, so.
That reminds me of this. They call it a documentary. I mean, I guess it can be, and it falls under like the conspiracy theory. It's called Above Majestic.
I don't know if I heard about that one.
I don't think I've ever heard about that one yet.
It's a movie, and it basically talks about like like the UFOs being human, and that the aliens, like the ones that we see, aren't really like extraterrestrial. Like they are there is extraterrestrial, but like our solar system, we dominate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like there's life on Mars. There's colonies on the moon. Earth would be like where they come like in and out kind of stuff, but like the triangle crafts are like our crafts. They're not like UFOs, and like this technology's been out since like 1930s, like even before World War II. The Germans were already like working on this technology, and you know, have you heard of like Operation Paperclip? I think it's called. That's when like a lot of German scientists they sought refuge here in the United States, and like NASA took them in, and they continued that research that they were doing in Nazi Germany, which was you know, like anti-gravitational technology, so the UFO stuff, you know, saucers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good movie.
Actually, does sound like a good movie.
Probably have to check that out. It sounds good.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I have a question actually. I know earlier in the interview we were talking about your connections with Inkar. What were you saying? What was his name? Damn it, I forgot his name right now. The 3 a.m. dude. Damn it.
Arcade?
Yeah, Arcade. So I remember, because I watched a bit of him before, because I saw a video and I thought it was funny. And I remember I saw Agent Danny popping up as when he was shouting you guys out with your guys' flyers all over the empty hallway. Yeah, and after we see Danny popping up from the corner. So how did that come to play? Like, you know, like you guys, how did you guys meet? In damn, I'm stupid. His name, damn.
Arcade.
Yeah, Arcade.
Arcade
Media.
Funny. So yeah, the guy, the bald guy in Arcade Craniacs, that's his stepdad, and I was working with him. We're working in a music studio here. We built a music studio here in Mid City, for, you know, like for his, because he runs a charter school for like underprivileged kids and stuff like that. And a lot of these kids are very creative, and they just don't know, or they don't have like the means for like that, like creative outlet. And you know, and a lot of times they don't believe in themselves enough to do something, you know. So when we kind of hopped on board and started like really like building the place. But like this is like, you know, this is some of it.
Wow, shit.
That is a nice.
Damn, that's a big office. Holy shit.
This is just like one side. This is where we do podcasts and stuff. But it did not look like this at all. So we like rearranged. We top to bottom, this room, this other room. We started doing like open mic nights, kind of here and then, because like when the economy started opening, we started having like smaller events.
Yeah, smaller shows.
We started talking about doing a podcast, and one day we finished the studio. When we were finished with the studio, we went in there and we just started talking. Usually, him and I, we just kind of have like these conversations, you know, and we follow a lot of things like on Instagram, like alien stuff. So we share a lot of things, and then we come together, and whenever we just sit down, we talk about many things, you know. And Alex was like, "Man, you guys should like do a podcast or do something like that." And Donnie and I were like, "Yeah, we've done it before, but like never really like put like our effort into it." And he's like, "Well, you guys should do it. Like we have the stuff here." And I was like, "Yeah." So one day, you know, Danny and I were just sitting there, and we go into the studio and we're just messing around, and we sat there and we just started talking about it, and we were like, "Damn, we can actually do this. This is pretty good." And we sat there and started talking about, you know, different names. And finally was like Midnight Howl, which was something he had in mind for a while. And then Keepers of the Grave was something that I came up on the spot almost. You know, we were just like running different names. I was like, Keepers of Society of this, and he's like, nah, not that. I was like, why don't we do like Keepers of the Grave or some stupid shit like that? He's like,
Yeah.
why Keepers of the Grave? I was like, because we'll keep the secrets all the way to the grave. He's like, yeah, I like it. And then it changed to the reason Keepers of the Grave is because we keep the secrets in the graves. Like, you know, now we have like, you know, big agencies where we can keep database. Well, back then we couldn't do that. Mm-hmm. We kept it in, you know, graves and catacombs. And that's what we had grave diggers because there would be other agencies that would come in and, you know, take our evidence, take our stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we started creating this thing, and then Alex was like, man, like, you guys can really go, like, make videos. You know, I think people would like to see you guys talk. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to show my face. Like, that was the whole thing, was we didn't want to show our faces.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, I can get you guys some masks. And we were like, nah, no, it's fine, it's fine. And one day we just we drove out there. He didn't really tell us. And we got masks, and oh shit, like, this is it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, damn. So
now it's beginning.
Yeah. So then we started kind of like doing the videos and stuff. And he reached out to Edward and was like, hey, you think you can, like, you know, shout us out or just help out? And, you know, it took a while because, like, you know, it's easy for someone to be like, hey, help us out. But, like, if you yourself isn't producing anything, it's hard for someone to be like, yeah, because you kind of, like, no, let's not be, you know, like, let's not beat around the bush. Like, we didn't really, at the moment, we didn't have anything to show for it. There was really no, like, video content. It was just audio, and the audio was kind of like half-assed, you know. So there wasn't nothing really to show for. So he really wasn't, like, you know, down to, like, you know, vouch for us, because he's done it before with other channels, and they just kind of, like, dropped the channel, and it's like, well, I guess, you know. Yeah, so so we just kept going, and we started doing videos, and he was like, he was in the back end looking at the videos and seeing that we were, like, doing stuff, and he eventually came down, and, you know, like my friend and I had never really been, like, people to be starstruck, and we know who he was, so I guess that he also liked the fact that we kind of just treated him like a person, you know. He could just kind of stuff, and it, you know, it wasn't like, oh, can we take a picture, this, and that.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good. Like, how's your day? Just chill, man. Right on. You want water? You know, just talk to the guy, and just, now it's like more, you know, like a friendship. You know, we hang out. You know, it's you know, we work with him so much that we pretty much know each other, and like, it's not just him and I. It's like a group of us. Like if you see the channel, the people in the costumes, those are, like, people who are always around us. You know, Postmates guys, like, cousins of the Agent Danny, like, they've known each other to a point where they're, like, cousins now, you know. It just kind of becomes that, you know, and it's something you look forward to, you know, like I really don't like putting on the mask, but after I do, and after the videos, it's like, it's kind of worth it, you know.
Yeah.
It gets hot, it gets sweaty, like, you know, and I'm, like, running around and freaking sweating.
Yeah.
You know, hydrated.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I know you have it. You guys have too, so you guys know. But that's pretty much how it became to be. It's just, you know, you just do the thing, and the right people are gonna notice, you know, and it's gonna happen. But you gotta do the thing, you know.
Gotta stay committed.
Yeah, commitment.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, and consistency. Although, like, we really haven't been consistent, at least in my channel, like, and that's personal things, you know, like, like, you know, life, and you know, Danny had to, like, step out of the channel for a little bit, even though we're still working on the lore. He had to step out of, like, the videos. You know, he went somewhere, and he had to take care of certain things, and it's fine, you know.
Of course.
We have to understand it and adjust to that. And you know, he knows that when he comes back, you know, his spot's still there. He's still Agent Daniel. And, like, you know, nothing's gonna change. You know, when it comes down to that, obviously, like, we're working on, you know, making it more detailed and stuff like that. So there's gonna be little changes, and then there's.
Oh yeah, the merch.
Shout out to the merch. Shout out to the merch. Okay.
I mean, you gotta see it, and you have to see it big already, even though other people don't. And I've been investing in myself and in the channel. I have posters that I'm working on and thumbnails that I put money into. But I haven't. It's funny because I have thumbnails that I haven't even posted on the videos. I just have them. I'm like, nah, not that one.
Just to make them just to see what will work.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, you start. You can't really worry about what you don't have. Just focus on what you have and build on that.
Make it work. Make it work with what you got.
Yeah, that's it. Make it work, man. And you continue doing what you're doing, and the right person's gonna see it. And next thing you know, you're gonna be working with some other people. It's possible. It's possible, bro. That's the thing. Is believe in the possibility and know you're gonna get there. And if it's not the way it looks, don't worry about it. It's like there's been a lot of in the back end of things. There's always adversity. A lot of times we give up because we have a goal, and in our minds we said that it looks a certain way and certain things have to happen in order for it to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But life doesn't work like that, and maybe you're gonna you're gonna get what you want, but not the way you expected.
Not the way exactly how you imagined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna happen like that. You're lacking things. Life's gonna present you things for you to get those things, and when you're not liking those things, then you're ready for the next step. But there's always adversity. It's never easy. It's never people our growth has been rapid because of Arcade Craniacs, but even that, there's things in the back end that people who watch the channel don't know. There's things in the back end that we struggle with, and it's on a daily basis. There's days where I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to record, and we sit there for hours, and what, let's just do it. Whatever we come up with, that's what we come up in, and it's like a roll of the dice. I hope people like it,
Yeah.
And, so just keep going with it, bro. It's gonna pay off.
Of course. That is the most inspiring thing I've heard this whole year.
Yeah, shit.
That is. I think that's worthy of applause.
Yeah.
That is inspiring stuff.
Yeah.
And exactly what you said. But we just gotta keep working with what we got, like you said, and we'll meet the right people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very inspiring words.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main thing is you're doing it. A lot of people want to do it, and they stick in the wants. You guys are taking action, which is one of the biggest key factors in doing something, and making it. But,
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool.
Goddamn, how touched.
It's hella touchy, man.
It's like that. We went from one thing just to. Think now. Yeah. Do you have any more questions, my friend?
Do you got any more questions?
I think I got enough for me.
You got a question?
Yeah, I think I got enough for me. Do you got any more?
Not that I can think of.
So, you good?
Yep.
I'm good. Yeah. So,
wow.
Thank you, Agent. Thank you, Naughty D.
What a way to end it.
Yeah. I'm like, damn. We ended off with the most inspiring note I've ever heard.
Inspiring note, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this with us, man.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys reaching out. I mean, if you guys ever want to do this again, just reach out.
We definitely got to collab again in the future.
Yeah, collab with them. Yeah.
Once we get our channel started, definitely got to do collab. Well, thanks again for coming on. Obviously we're not the professionals at this
podcasting yet. Soon,
but we're getting into the rhythm of it a little bit.
Yeah,
it's a little step by step.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So thank you again for Naughty D for being part of this. And
yeah, thank you.
And of course we're gonna add. Of course we're gonna keep this part in. Please shout out to Keepers of the Grave.
Yeah, check out Keepers of the Grave.
Yeah, of course we'll get you guys shout out on their merch and also shout out on their Instagram channel too.
Well, I'm pretty sure anyone watching this already knows who he is.
Yeah, of course they know who they are. Of course, KGA is always.
But hey, just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case, Keeper of the Grave. Check them out.
Yeah, of course.
Got some really cool stuff.
Right, of course. Thank you, man.
And if you want, you could. Anyone watching, you can subscribe to us. If you, True. If you want, Toonxotic. I mean, we're there's no limit.
Please subscribe. Please, we need this. Of course.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe. Just send me the link. Send me the link to the channel.
Of course, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
And then and then let me know when you guys post this up. That way I can do like a post or something.
All right, cool. Of course.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
I appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much for the interview, man.
Thank you for coming on.
All right. Yeah.
Get a round of applause.
Woo!
For us back. For us. We're back, baby.
Yeah.
We're back.
Green Screen Void.
Keepers of the Grave. Toonxotic collab 2023.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
All right, guys.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Woo.